Is this thing on?
We are back for another episode of the Spooled Life Live. I'm your host, Ram Garcia, and we have another amazing, spectacular, stinky show for y'all today. We're here in the beautiful Roy's Bait and Tackle Studio in Corpus Christi, Texas. I'm assuming the thumbs up, it's a good sign with the thumbs up. Is there an echo on any of our mics? On my mic or
how about mine?
Or his mic. I don't want to say his name just yet.
Yeah, keep them suspenseful. They have no idea.
Any type of echo. Any echo at all, we sound good.
The other question is does Facebook allow you to give a thumbs down? So they may not have any other option but
to brown thumbs up.
A brown,
a brown thumbs up.
It's getting racist already.
No echo, so we're good. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Once again, I'm your host, Ram Garcia. I always forget to say who I am because I like to leave this show about the guest. You know, everybody knows who I am already. You know, I'm pretty popular.
That's true. Yeah, you don't even have to introduce yourself.
But
we can reverse this, and I can start asking you some questions.
Right. Ram, you're a little low. Here we go. All right, here we go. Let's try this.
No echo. That's good.
No echo is super good because I was getting kind of worried. I was already going to have to visit Best Buy and go give them my opinion a little bit about that. My warranty expired.
One of the few things Roy's doesn't carry is a microphone.
That's true. Maybe they might.
Yeah, the fishing mic.
Yeah, we might be creating
underwater
monster over here.
There we go.
But here in the beautiful Roy's Bait and Tackle Studio, and I got one hell of a guest, one hell of a stinky guest. We got Mr. Jason Paul from Stinky Pants Fishing.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for joining us, man.
It's an honor. I'm glad you invited me. I mean, I'll get you that $20 we talked about earlier.
Right, that fishing trip.
Yeah.
that gift card.
That gift card. There you go.
What happened? Miguel Cepedas, I'm not sure, man.
Maybe because we're a little tardy. Is that what?
Oh yeah, we are a little late.
Yeah.
We had some issues.
Technical
I
difficulties.
had my computer people here scrambling.
Yep. All the tech people.
We might not be delayed. I usually go through an outside server to stream. I really don't know why, but I used that outside server to stream. The outside server wasn't picking up the mics, so now we're going straight through Facebook to give you all the finest quality show we can.
Extra raw, really, if you're gonna.
Yeah, this is super raw.
Super raw, yeah.
Like no in between.
No buffer.
I want to say like no protection.
Yeah,
but I'm not going to say that.
Don't do that. Yeah, don't.
So there's no in between there. You know what I mean? It's just straight.
We're out there.
Straight raw, live, and real, and that's what we're doing. Like I said, my guest today is Mr. Jason Paul from Stinky Pants Fishing. We're going to get into who Jason Paul is, who Stinky Pants is, if you do not know them already, and we're going to have fun today, guys. If y'all have questions, comments, concerns, how did he start? How did he, what's coming? You know, shoot them in the comments. I'll get to the comments as fast as I can. If not, Mr. Paul and myself will go back and we'll check the comments out and we'll go from there. So let's get started, man. Let's get started on this show. We got a lot of information to pass on. It's 4:21. We started late. We're 4 minutes and 40 seconds in. You ready?
I mean, I feel like I'm already wore out, but yeah. Let's get this going.
Lorelei is in the house, guys. Give them a shout out. We're going to talk about them on the Koozie Talk.
Yeah. If any of my students are watching, this is non-alcoholic.
For sure. Check it out. So let's get started. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
All right. So I'm Jason Paul. I'm the owner and co-founder of Stinky Pants Fishing, and I guess that's probably why I'm here. I've been married for 20 years to my beautiful wife, Christy. I have a 14-year-old son, Wyatt, at home, little Stank. I am a full-time teacher, so I'll be starting on Monday. Actually, I'm starting my 22nd year teaching. So I've been in it for a while. Currently right now I'm in the high school. I teach at Construction Careers Academy, and I teach construction management. It's a magnet school, and it's an awesome program. We build tiny houses and stuff like that. So I truly love that job. It's a cool thing to see. I have my kids for the same kids for 3 years, so we get pretty tight, and something I love. And you know,
what grade did you say it was?
I do high school, so I get them. Yeah, I get them their sophomore year, and I keep them all the way up to their senior year.
Oh wow.
Yep, and I get them for like a double block their junior and senior. So we're together a long time. So
is it like the work program? Instead of skipping some periods, you go into this instead?
No, it's an elective, but it's a magnet school, so they had to apply to get there, and we specialize in construction. So there's like 6 different strands. It's kind of a trade school, but it's on a regular high school. So it's they get a normal high school education, but they're elective. They're doing their strand, which, like I said, I do construction management, so they learn about that for 3 years, and it's a good deal. I did before that. I coached for 16 years at Hobby Middle School, Hobby Hawks. So yeah, I did football, basketball, and track, and I actually ended up having to get out of it just because the business kind of got busy enough where it was almost like I had 3 jobs. Like I was teaching, coaching, and then doing Stinky. So like something had to give. So
right.
I had to step down from the
we're
coaching.
Glad you did.
Yeah.
Or else you wouldn't be here right now.
That's probably true.
A lot more. If it's even a word, impactful.
Yeah.
There would have less impact.
Yeah.
That's
Things. Yeah. It's funny if you look at a lot of things happen, like the whole COVID thing. When I was at home, it worked out because I got super busy when I was teaching at home.
Right.
so don't hope the boss ain't listening. But yeah, when I was teaching at home, so it ended up working. Like I had all that stuff happen when, like, as busy as it got when I was at school, man, I wouldn't have been able to keep up. I would have been underwater. So things work out.
We have Freddie Garcia's fishing actually right now in the Laguna and listening in. Man, I hope you're catching. This is probably going to give you some good luck, man. If you haven't had any luck, this is.
Oh, for sure. And if you're on them, you just make sure you kind of give us the exact GPS coordinates and what they're hitting on.
Yeah. Sean Gabriel says, man, I hope this doesn't suck.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, me too, man, Sean. I'm hoping for the best. But just as a disclaimer, and I say this disclaimer every time, I have no idea what I'm doing here. So if it doesn't work out, we'll make it work.
Yeah, it was your fault then.
I guarantee once we start giving away stuff, it ain't going to suck too much.
No,
right?
yeah, there's always free stuff, so.
Why teaching? What made you get into that?
Well, I was I'm not your typical teacher because I do not enjoy school. I never did enjoy school. I wasn't good at it.
Just looking at you,
I don't look like a teacher.
If I were to walk in, I already forgot how many periods there is. Is there 7, right? 6
no, there's 8 now.
Oh, there's 8
They
now.
keep making it bigger and longer.
I graduated in 2001. If I walk into my elective class, right? Because it's not even a class you have to be there for, right?
Well,
you choose your elective still.
Technically, for what I'm teaching, yes, but for what I'm teaching, like that's the whole reason they come there. Like they have to apply to get to my school, and I'm the reason for the season.
So they want to be there.
Yeah, they have. They have to. Yeah, they want to be there. So it's an awesome deal. Like I get I don't have like hardly any discipline issues. The kids are there because they want to be there.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
They so it's a good deal. But yeah, but I like right now I got the COVID thing looking like I'm sure that someone's gonna comment about my hair because I haven't cut my hair since like COVID hit. Literally, I've had the same haircut for 25 years. I used to cut my own hair myself. I still do. I guess
really?
I just haven't done it.
Well, I cut my own hair.
Yeah, so we're good. We're barbers. Well, next episode we'll share.
That's something we got in common
fading secrets. But yeah, so I've looked. Like coaching. I was clean cut.
Oh, really?
Yeah, short hair. Yeah, and then all of a sudden I just I went buck wild and
yeah. Well, it don't look bad.
Yeah, it's one of those buck. Check it off.
I'm looking at Matt down there, right? If I walk into my, I'm just gonna say 6th period class, right? And it's my elective, and I told my counselor, hey, guess what? I want to do this class, and I want to learn something, So I walk into the class and I see you there, with your shoulder length hair. I'm like, man.
What are you thinking?
This is gonna be a badass class.
Oh, you're thinking? I was waiting to hear like I'm not going to learn anything from this guy.
This is going to be a pretty easy class.
Oh, easy, yeah.
But this is going to be, I can relate to this dude.
Yeah, I get along well with my students.
Right?
I love the
like
kids.
A pretty nice guy. I've never met you. You know, I've read a lot about you. I've seen your posts. Of course, I've been following you for several years now. But I've never actually had the time to sit here. You know, we're going to call this 6 feet, right? 6 feet.
Oh, yeah,
social
clearly,
distance,
yeah.
Whatever,
Mm-hmm.
right? I've never had the chance to talk to you in person, and I'm sure neither has anybody else, for a select few maybe.
Yeah,
but
I try to stay out of the limelight a little.
Right. But this is, I don't even remember if I said Stinky Pants. This is the originator of the Stinky Pants fishing stringer.
That's true.
First day of class, do you tell your kids, okay, raise y'all's hands if y'all fish? Who fishes?
I might talk a little bit about it. I try to be a little bit low key about my business. Like I got pictures and stuff like that, and
really?
So I mean, like I don't even know how big a deal I am, but I don't try to make it sound like I'm a big deal. So kids always get surprised when they actually see like, hey, I was at Roy's and I saw your stuff. Well, I'm like, well, yeah. And I mean, you know, like I usually tell them in the beginning of the year, you know, like when I explain who I am, I tell them like, you know, I like to fish, I have a business,
right.
You know, this, and this, and you know, typical kids, they don't listen to you. So then you know, like middle of class, like you know, six months later, they're like, you have a fishing business? I'm like, yeah, bro. Like we discussed this on day one. Remember when I said, does anybody have any questions? And no one has any questions. But you know, as we're talking material takeoff, now you got to ask me about fishing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's typical teaching. So yeah.
Right. Let me know if y'all could hear the mic now. It might have been too far. But when I was in school, and I don't want this to be a whole school segment, right? But it might be. I mean, if y'all want this to be a kind of, you know, we would get these quizzes, and usually towards the end of the quiz, there was a question like, "Who's your favorite teacher?" Or, you know, and it'd be like all of the answers were
the same guy.
The teacher's name. Right?
Damn, you've been in my class.
Right?
Yeah, I can't get it wrong.
Are yours like? Do you like fishing, or have you?
No.
What kind of stringers do you use?
No. I mean, I'll give them an easy question every now and then, but most of my questions, I mean, like it's a legitimate class. It's actually a dual credit, so they get credit for college, for my class. So I actually have to teach something. It's like
that's cool.
Yeah,
man.
a little more pressure, right. It's not like when I did PE where I could just roll the ball out, and today we're playing dodgeball.
Right.
But yeah.
All right, so we got a thumbs up from Rudy Aranda that the mics are good. We're getting some that they could be a little louder. We're just trying our best here, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, this is live and raw.
It's real. It's real, yeah.
So,
real life.
So let's move along.
All right.
Let's get into the Stinky Pants.
Let's do that.
Did you ever think what is?
Like what do you want? Well, obviously it's a fishing business, so I make wade fishing gear, and I'm assuming you probably want to know like how it came about. Am I going down the right place?
No, I want to know what Stinky Pants is. We have no idea.
We have no idea. Okay, well I make fishing gear, mostly wade fishing gear. So anything from stringers. That's kind of what I got into, and that's my major thing is fishing stringers. I make floats. I do wading tackle boxes or wade packs. I sell stingray guards. I don't actually make them, but I sell them because they're a good product. Apparel, hats, shirts, decals. I guess that's about it.
Why fishing stringers? That was your first product.
That was my first product. Yeah. So fishing stringers because when I first started fishing. I remember looking in the back of Texas Saltwater Fishing Magazine, and I saw an ad for the premium stringer, and I thought, okay, I'm gonna get that. So I buy a premium stringer, and I was not impressed at all with it. It didn't hold up, and I'm not, I live in San Antonio, so I'm not on the water as much as I'd like to, or enough to wear it out as much as it got wore out. So I thought, you know what, I could make myself a stringer, and I could do something better. So I've always been kind of a handy guy. Like I like building and stuff like that. It runs in the family, and we'll get into my dad. Don't let me forget about that. He's yeah, dad's crazy insane about building stuff. So he could be a whole segment. But so anyway, so I decided to make myself a stringer, and I decided I wanted to use a wire cable because it was stronger. It made sense to me, and so I made myself a stringer. And then, my friends were like, hey, make me one too. So I made my friends some stringers. Well, then all of a sudden, some of the, like their friends who I didn't know liked it. And so they're like, hey, see if that guy will make me a stringer. So then I was kind of like, when I'm starting to make stringers for people I don't even know, I started to kind of think, well, maybe I'm onto something here. Maybe it's something I could make. And at the same time, I was doing my master's in technology, and so I was learning how to make websites, and so it just kind of all coincided at the same time. I thought, maybe we could make a website and try selling these. Maybe other people like outside of our circle would buy these. Who knows? And so that's kind of how it came out to that. I'm gonna build a stringer and sell them. So it wasn't like we were necessarily, and I say we because I started it with Reggie Olendike, who I used to coach with, and he's no longer in the business. He got busy, became a head coach, and just didn't have time for it. So I ended up buying him out. But he was the co-founder with me.
Oh wow!
So yeah, we kind of just bounced ideas off her, and he was in the same master's class, so he was learning the website too, and so it just seemed like let's try it and see what happened type of thing. So that's where stringers came from, and that's why I started selling stringers, is just because I didn't feel like, and this was back in, probably like 2005, 2006. There wasn't a lot of stringers out there. I remember reading an article in Texas Saltwater Fishing Magazine by Mike McBride, and that was just after, I think it was like 2007, after I started the business, and he was talking about, I actually quoted it on my old site, but it was saying how the fishing industry needed to come up with something better. Like, we need better fishing stringers out there instead of the rope ones or whatever. Man, and I felt like he was talking to me like, I'm like, dude, he's talking to me like, and so of course I wrote him a little handwritten note, and I think I sent him a stringer, and I never heard back from him. But man, I mean, like, yeah, I got excited. I remember running down to my buddy's Reggie's classroom, and I'm like, hey, look, man, I felt like he's talking right to me. I'm like, he's saying it, and we did it, yeah, we did it, and yeah, we made it. And so like, I felt like there was a need for it. There's a lot of stringers out now, but at the time when I started it, there wasn't. So I really felt like the fishing industry needed something. So that's why it came out, and that's why I did it.
How about now? Can y'all hear me now? I'm still getting some feedback that they're not hearing me.
Like, did they just miss my whole speech?
No, yours is actually great.
Okay.
It's either or. I mean, it's like a...
Oh, I mean, like, yeah, being a teacher, like we did the virtual, so there's nothing worse than sitting there and talk for like 5 minutes, and then finally, then the kids are like, sir, you're muted. I'm like, why didn't anyone? I was trying to tell me, but you wouldn't call. I'm like, oh.
There's this thing at work, and I'm not sure if we could talk about it, but we're going to anyways, because this is raw, right?
Yeah, we're raw still.
We have a safety meeting at work, and everybody has access to mute somebody.
Oh, that's not right.
There was one time I muted the guy that was talking the whole meeting.
God, my kids would do that to me. Thank God they don't do that to me.
So we're going to mess with the gain here a little bit.
The heck's the gain? Do I need to do it?
Oh, no, I wish I had money.
How much can I gain? I'm usually trying to lose.
Now? Here we go. Test one. It's bad luck to go after one. Test one.
How's my gain?
All right, we're gonna do a mic. Yours is perfect. Do not mess with you.
All right.
Because they're saying yours is on point. How about now? Here we go. How about now?
Going gigging.
So we might be getting a lot of feedback. We're here at beautiful Roy's Bait and Tackle, Corpus Christi, Texas.
Live. They don't even know we're here. If we get caught, we're going to have to just run.
Jason, you get to go. Can y'all not hear me at all, or can y'all hear me a little bit? Not working at all.
Nope. That's no good.
Yeah, that's not good.
Is your red light on?
Yeah. Oh, I got it on mute, guys. I'm sorry. No.
Dang. Someone at home muted you.
All right. So we were having problems with the OBS, Chris. We're streaming live on Facebook. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why Facebook's not letting me do two. But I got an idea.
Oh, do you want to use my mic?
Yeah, we're gonna put this in the middle. Can y'all hear us both now? How about now? Can y'all hear us?
Don't spill my non-alcoholic beer.
It's not bad though, Ram. I'm getting it's not bad. So we're just gonna deal with it. Let's just deal with it. I tell you what, let's put them like this.
I hear you. But Mean Gene.
Mean Gene?
Yeah.
All right, we're good. We're good. Let's keep going. Just keep it going. In my opinion, it's all good. Reggie Chapa said so.
If Reggie said it, yeah. Reggie
that's what
heard.
I like.
There we go.
This is raw, guys. It's raw, man.
Yeah.
I mean, how much more raw you want to get out
I
here?
mean,
you know what I'm saying?
there's a limit. You're gonna start to get like blisters and stuff.
All right, so let's keep on going. You mentioned your dad earlier.
I did.
Is he the one that showed you the ropes? And I say that because, you know, of course it popped out right at me here. But
Yeah.
I want to go back into the stringer a little bit. But I feel like it's super important. You know, we're coming up on Father's Day.
Are we?
In several months from now.
Okay.
And it's all about Father's Day. So
Okay.
I wanna bring your dad up. Is he the one that showed you the ropes and getting all the Stinky Pants stuff?
No, because so when I moved down here to do my teaching from Iowa, Dad lived back in Iowa, so I started the business in 2007 officially, and Dad didn't move down here for probably he's been down here about 7 years, and so what Dad did was he moved down. When he moved down, he kind of watched what I did, and he would find a better way to do it. He's got an engineer's brain, but he didn't go to school for it. So if you would meet him and see the things that he's made, you're like, what? You're like, yeah, funny story. Do we have time for a story?
Yeah.
Okay, so Dixon Mon, my buddy from work, he came out to my house and I took him into Dad's shop and I showed him around. And so Dad's got all these machines and he's got a CNC router that he made from scratch, which I can't even wrap my brains around how he came up with being able to do that. But anyway, so he pulls me to the side, my buddy, and he's like, is your dad in the like the CIA or FBI or something? And I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, he shouldn't like be able to do all this kind of stuff. Like he goes, and then his parting word was like, he goes, you're nothing like your dad. And I'm like, you know, I know. I mean, like I've grown up around him. Like I've lived in the shop with him, and I try to absorb as much as I can from him. But like he's built different. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I can't get on his level. The stuff that he can do and think of, it's out there. So anyways, he sits and watches me do things, and I do things the hard way, and he figures out a better way of doing it. And so he's been kind of my saving grace.
Hello, everybody. We're back. I told y'all this was raw. That was my fault. Let's see if
Did you do something?
yeah, I unhooked that mic. I was gonna unhook the mic and put this mic in the middle. Everybody's like, whoa, what happened? Is it my internet? Everybody's outside checking their first comment. Vincent, welcome back, man. You know, we got a great show today, guys.
Let's run it back from the top.
I'm sorry about that, guys. That was me. It was my fault. We disconnected the mic in hopes.
This is wheat crap.
Right?
I'm not taking the heat on this.
I told you I needed my computer guys here. You know what I mean? I have no idea about this stuff.
Yeah, don't touch stuff.
So I disconnected the mic
That's the lesson.
in hopes to fix the mic. All right, so it sounds good in the middle, so we're gonna keep it like this. You know, yeah, Reggie says it sounds good. Don't let Channel 6 see us, you know, this close to each other. If they do see us, it's actually 6 feet apart. And we'll go from there. We ain't got no mask, but we are vaccinated. I mean, I'm vaccinated. I mean, so What should be?
You can't ask me because
Right.
it's against stuff or whatever.
I can't ask you.
I am too, but
All right, so we're good. Sounds better. Vincent, sounds better. So let's carry on, man. Do you remember where you left off?
talking about Dad.
Yeah, we're talking about Dad.
So back to my father. So he moved down, and I was already had the business rolling, and he's watching and seeing me build, and checking out how I do stuff, and he just has like he'll watch me do a task, and he'll think of a machine that can do what I'm doing better than what I'm doing, or faster, or less work, and so. He's made, like, I don't even want to say, because like I don't even want to tell you what he's all made, but he's just made machines that has just absolutely made my life.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, from just little jigs all the way to like computerized machines that just make what I do so much easier.
In the Stinky Pants industry?
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So so it's me, like I'm the sole owner, and I do a majority of the work. I get help. My family helps me a lot. My wife and son will help with orders. My dad and my buddy Krebs. It's Krebs' birthday to do. Happy 69, Krebs.
Krebs, happy birthday,
yeah.
Krebs.
So they'll help me. When big tasks. Like, hey, we need to whatever. Put the steaks on today or something like that, and they'll help. So I get help. I don't do it all myself, but I don't even remember where I was going with this. But anyways,
if your dad showed you the ropes.
But the number of things that I do, I would not be able to still just rely basically on myself to do. Like, I would have to be hiring more and more people,
right?
Because I've gotten busier through the years, obviously, but I've been able to keep up and manage the load because of my father's inventions. And so I just it's having him in my corner is kind of an ace. Like it's like a secret weapon. So I got competitors or whatever that try to do it, but they can't because they don't have him. It's like
for sure.
It's I don't know how to explain it, but
Mr. Paul.
Shout
out to Mr. Paul.
Yeah, if the people, anyone at home who knows my dad, or just walk in and see the shop, they just know. Like, you just walk in and it's like walking into Roy's. It's like, oh damn, this is a different animal right here.
Yeah,
like,
this is for real.
Yeah,
this is the real deal here.
Yeah, for sure. So
this isn't something. There's some people are just getting shoelaces and tying fish to them. Right? This is a big deal.
Yeah.
Man, well, shout out to your dad, man. I kind of feel like my dad's kind of like that. My dad's he's a maintenance. He's a welder by trade, right? And he's in the management position at Citgo Refinery. And we always, when I was out there, we would always tell him that it was Ram. His name is Ram too.
Okay.
Ram Engineering. Because he just always wants to do his own thing, and he'll venture off and do his own thing, and
that's my dad.
Guess what? It worked, and we would get there and be like, man, it's not supposed to work, and well, it did, and man, so that's already two things we have in common right there.
Yeah, man, Dad and I make a good pair because he's usually like so far up here, like overdoing something, and I'm usually down here simplifying it, like. We meet in the middle, and it's usually about perfect. So like we'll fight like cats and dogs. Not really fight, but argue about different stuff. Like he's thinking about stuff that's like way out there, like and I'm down here undersimplifying it. So we get together and we end up making some good things.
You brought up your dad. When before the dad, we started talking about the stringers. And I'm going to mention it another time. Can y'all hear me? I think I'm losing some of the comments. But if y'all are watching this is the part 2.
The sequel.
This is the sequel.
The first one was so good they had to make a second.
I think we broke the internet the first time. That's what it was.
That sounds right.
So we started over. We're back. The comments are back. Okay. April Alvarado is in the house, and we are good. Okay, so internet's good.
Probably there were so many viewers that it.
Yeah, I think
just
we
knocked
broke.
us off,
I think we broke the internet once again.
Yeah.
We are back, guys. Guess what? We're back, part 3.
Tres leches.
Right, we're having some major difficulties over here, guys. I'm super sorry. What's up, Robert? And just judging by your,
Vincent
yeah, we're gonna have to send Vincent a decal or something.
Yeah, he needs to win something.
I'm sorry, guys. We are running wireless over here, and it will not happen again. I guarantee it. I'm sorry, Mr. Paul.
My poor mom at home, you know, it probably was hell for her to get on the first time. Now she's got to do it 2 more times.
And you know what? We just Friday the 13th, man.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Mom, I'm
man.
sorry.
So this is part 3 of the Spooled Life show with Mr. Jason Paul. And he is the owner of Stinky Pants. And I am your host, Ram Garcia. So let's get started where we left off.
Where did we leave off?
we were talking about
what stringers were up.
Yeah, what stringers were in the game when you started. And if we do jump off one more time, we're gonna go old school and jump on the cell phone. It's Friday the 13th, guys, and you know what? It's raw. This is raw. This is as raw as it gets right here. I guarantee you, if you go to Joe Rogan or Oprah,
he doesn't share microphones.
Yeah, you ain't gonna see nothing like this.
No,
this is the real thing, man. This is, you know, this is the real thing. So let's keep going. Let's keep going before they kick us off again.
Yeah.
What I think maybe is we got so many viewers that, you know, we were just breaking the internet like Kim Kardashian did. You know, so
makes sense to me.
Third time's a charm. Noe, third time's a charm. Let's keep going.
Okay.
Where did we were talking about the other stringers.
Yeah.
The competition that was in the game at the time when you started, right?
Yep. So like I said, I think it was fish lick was the only one I knew. I mean, there was some other, you know, lots of rope ones, like your, you know, whatever, the chain ones. But I didn't feel, besides fish lick, I don't think I knew of any other premium, you know, like stringers. Not saying there weren't any, but I didn't know of any. And so that's why I felt like it was something to make. Like I needed to do it or whatever. And so I really didn't get into, like, I wasn't like, hey, you know what, I want to start a business. It was more of, I feel like I need to make this for myself and then for my friends. And then it just kind of like, well, there's not one out there. So it seemed like a real need. Like I needed to make it because it's not out there. It wasn't like I decided I want to start a business, because that wasn't my intention.
There was nothing like yours at that time.
Was there anything like mine? No. I mean, I didn't see, like I said, I don't know for a fact or whatever, but I didn't know of any that had like direct connection to the float. They all had either, you know, and it had the quick release. Like they either had a rope that was tied in a knot, or like the fish lick had a chip or something, you know, like a little piece. So there was nothing like mine that I knew of when I came out with that.
And why do you want the direct connect to the float?
I mean, I like
less parts.
Yeah, there's nothing to lose.
Right.
So there's, you know, that was, you know, the problem. I don't know where, I don't want to say problem, but it was, you know, I think a downfall of fish lick is that had that piece that, you know, you could possibly lose. So there's one less thing that you didn't need. And, you know, the way that I saw the problem and the solution, you didn't have to have it, and be able to still take the float off the end to release your fish. That was the end game. You know, if anyone that's been out there and's ever had to take trout or, you know, a toothy fish off a stringer, off a rope stringer, I mean, it can be like a process. So, you know, that coated cable, like, you know, the very first one I started out with was galvanized. It was coated galvanized wire, and I remember going to Home Depot and buying it. You know, I'd buy a 12-foot section, you know, and then all of a sudden I need 2, so I bought 24. You know, and then I was like big time, and I'd go in there like, you know what, give me that whole roll, you know, a half roll or whatever.
Right.
You know? So, you know, I'm buying like, you know, 100 feet of it or something like that, and so, you know, I felt like a big deal kind of back then, and now, you know, I'm buying it 8,000 feet at a time.
Not from Home Depot.
Not from Home Depot, no.
Man, can you imagine going into Home Depot and getting 30,000 feet of stainless cable?
No, well, and it wasn't even stainless. They didn't. It was my very first stringer that I started out with was galvanized.
Oh wow!
Yeah, and I didn't. Yeah, little did I know that didn't hold up very well in salt water. So yeah,
right.
I figured it out. So like my design has been the same since 2006, but the quality has gone up. Finding better materials, finding better ways of making it. My dad coming up with better ways of doing things. It's only improved the quality of the gear.
Ryan, we're back. Judging by your comment, you haven't been here very long. You missed out on all the action, man. We've just to catch everybody up, Kevin
gave a boat away.
Right, we gave a whole bunch of stuff away. Whoever entered the raffle, that wasn't the raffle, it was a boat, and somebody won. I can't mention their name, but they won. No, I'm just kidding. We got kicked off a couple of times because I'm thinking it's Friday the 13th. There's a couple of things. It's either Friday the 13th, we broke the internet, or what do you pick?
What do I pick? Yeah. We suck at technology.
Well, we got the cell phone.
But
as long as that thing right there is moving,
we're good.
Yeah, that's what everybody else is seeing. But I guarantee you, this will not happen ever again. But it's raw, so we're gonna keep moving forward, guys. Those of y'all are just joining in. We're at Roy's Bait and Tackle Studio, Corpus Christi, Texas, and we have Mr. Stinky Pants himself in the flesh. So let's keep going here before we get kicked off again. Let's keep going. We talked about the origin of Stinky Pants. You got started in 2007, right?
Yes, sir.
Bernie, Texas.
Bernie, Texas.
That's where you still stay, right?
That's where I still stay. Yeah, and
right?
Well, I teach in San Antonio. But
okay, close enough.
Close enough, yeah. Right on the outskirts.
Vincent Vo says, do you have plans for a kayak stringer? I had issues with fish pulling the stringer under the kayak and tangling in my rudder. Hobie.
So my question, I have an 8-foot stringer, and to me that is the kayak. It's got a smaller float on it, and that's the whole, I guess, theory is, it works well in other applications, but to me it works well with the kayak.
Right.
8 foot is pretty close to from where you're gonna attach it to the back, so it doesn't get caught in the rudder. It's got the smaller float where it's not going to bang into your kayak. It's got less resistance. But one of the things I feel like I should mention about my stringers though is you can always shorten them. You can't make them longer. If you do, let me know how. But you can shorten them. There's nothing special with the end, so you can take side cutters and cut them to whatever length you want. The 8-footers that come with the smaller float, you can, even without cutting them, you can shorten them with the float. So I guess I could even show you if that's something that interests you.
Man, that's pretty cool. I never thought about shortening it.
Oh yeah, because like I have people that want a special order, a 6-foot. There's no reason that I guess unless you're worried about whatever. But so this is an 8-footer and it has that smaller float, but you can actually make this the length that you'd want to, just based on
just put the rest underneath the cord.
Yeah, and then that way, so if you're like, what, it needs to be 6 foot, cut 2 feet off and you're good. If you're like, today I need this amount, you can do that. The stringer clip, which we can talk about too, you can also use that and move it up there too. To me, this is the best solution though. That stringer clip can move a little bit on the wire for shortening purposes. It can slide, but so I guess while we're talking about the stringer clip, the reason the stringer clip works is that the height difference from the stake to the wire. So it can slide this way, if you get some serious.
But it won't slide off.
It will not slide off though, because I get them made to fit the wire, which is obviously smaller than the stake. So that height difference is
It'll stop at the stake.
It stops at the stake.
If it does slide off.
Yeah, if it does slide, it's going to stop there. Yeah. So those are some things for kayaking. But I do feel like this is, if you want a kayak, stringer, the 8-footer is the way to go. You're a kayak guy. You speak to this. What do you think? I am
one hell of a kayak guy.
Yeah.
And how I do it, Vincent, is when I'm fishing, I have my stringer connected to, I say my hip. It's not on my hip. It's on my seat, but close proximity to my hip. But when I'm headed back to the truck, it's in back of my seat, to where it's in line with my direction of I'm going.
Less resistance.
Away from my
Smart.
away from my rudders, away from my pedals, away from me. The fish are swimming in a straight line, and I don't have no resistance. If you keep that stringer right by your side and it's right here, you might just be going in circles the whole time. You know what I mean? So that's that's kind of what I do. I hope that answered your question, man. So that's a good question, dude.
Yep.
Bobby Trigo is in the house. What up? We're talking about fishing stringers today, man. I got an 8-footer. Shark couldn't bite through it.
It's not meant for sharks to bite through.
Yeah, Samuel. In the draft of your wake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. That sounds more specific, but yeah, there you go.
That's the scientific approach.
Yeah,
right there.
he's obviously some kind of engineer or something.
Yeah, Sean Gabriel is in the house. That's what I do. It's been working for me. You know, I can go a lot faster if I'm in a pinch getting back to the truck. I throw it in the back of my seat, not with the fish on top of the kayak, but you know,
Yeah, gotcha.
gets me more streamlined in the water.
Mm-hmm.
Zigzag cleat holds very well. Yeah, that's another good way to
Yep.
to hold them. We're going to talk about options on holding your stringers on the koozie talk. We're almost there. We should have been there a long time ago, but we had some technical difficulties. What's your thought process? You know, you get started. You said, you know what? I want to build something to help everybody out in the water. I'm going to build a fishing stringer. You said you had started with galvanized, right?
Mm-hmm.
You said, man, galvanized is not going to work. I'm going to go with some sort of stainless, right?
Right.
What's your thought process when you do that? When you say, man, is it just trial and error? Did you just try galvanized and said, man, this ain't going to work?
Well, I tried it because that was like what was right in front of me. Like I said, I built my first stringer for me. Like I didn't go into this like saying, hey, I'm going to sell these. So I built my first one because it's right there at Home Depot, you know, and the resources is, I guess, why I started with that. And I'm smart enough to know that galvanized is going to rust, but it was a coated wire. So I'm thinking, well, one end is sealed up where it's going into the stake, and the other end I would dip in epoxy to seal it, which in my mind I'm like, well, you know, it probably helps some, but I suppose eventually that would come off and things like that. So it ended up just not working out as well, and so I looked for something better. You know, I'm always looking for something better. It doesn't matter right now. Let's say that you say my stringer is perfect. Well, probably no one says that, but you know, let's say it is perfect. I'm still always looking for something that's going to make it better. What's going to take it to the next level? So I'm never content. I'm never going to be a person that says I'm good enough. I'm always looking for something to do to make things better. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So that, you know, stainless is obviously the best choice. So that's why I went to that. I actually beefed up the size. The first cable I started out with was not as thick a coating, and so it picked up more memory and stuff. And so that was another thing that I played around with. I ended up beefing up the size of the coating on it. I didn't change the wire diameter, but I changed the coating size. So it would
when you would unravel it'd still be all stringed up.
Yeah,
like
because it was more metal than the vinyl coating.
Right.
Now it's got more vinyl coating on it, so it's got less memory and things like that.
I got you. Kevin, scroll back up to the question, Ram. Praying hands. I'm not sure what your question was.
Was it on part 1, 2,
I think
or
it
3?
was. It might have been in part 1 or part 2. Shoot it back up there. The only question I could see going back is, what did I miss? But they're all there. They're on the site.
Yeah,
This is just go back up there, check it out. You don't want to miss any of those guys. And thank y'all for coming back. You know, it was we're having some super technical difficulties, and we're gonna fix them. Mr. Joe Alcala he's scrambling right now. He's wondering what's going on. We lost internet, shot us off the live feed, and we're back. It's working good. I'm not sure at what time, how long we were alive the last ones. I know we're having some problems with the mics, and now we're not. So I hope we sound good. You know, we're not muted. Y'all hear us good. We're live. We're live with Stinky Pants, and I told you I was going to be raw 2 months ago, and guess what? We're still raw.
Lived up to it.
Yeah. What sparked the raid gear?
Well,
did you get hit?
No, I've never been hit. But you know, I've tried lots of different stuff, and the best pair of ray guards I've ever found were crack shot ray guards, and I don't make those, but they're a quality product made up in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and so I bought a pair and loved them, and you know, going through the process of finding them, there weren't a lot of people that carried them, and so I thought, you know what, this is a good product. I'm going to go ahead and ask them if I can carry it. So I started carrying them. They're one of the very few products, I think, the ray guards and the boomerang line cutters are the only two things that I carry on my site that I don't actually manufacture myself. So I just, you know, I reached out to them. I said, hey, I'd like to carry your stuff. You know, I believe in it. They've got great customer service. You know, if you've ever issues, they've always stood behind their product, made in the U.S. Great stuff. So it just seemed like a no-brainer. Like, yeah, I'm going to carry it.
Kevin Wills finally put his question on. Do you make the culling clips that attaches to your Stinky Pants stringer?
I do not. No.
Is that in the works? A culling stringer?
No.
No.
I forget who. It's Fish Hide makes one. You know, when I got into this business or whatever, everything that I make, everything I sell, I feel like there's a reason for it, or a need for it. I've never thought, well, you know what, let's say a weighting belt. Like, I'm not going to just come out with a weighting belt just so I have something to sell. If I feel like it could be improved, there's a better solution, things like that, I'm going to come out with it. But I just haven't felt like, I've never thought of anything that's like, man, that would be great or whatever. Somebody has one, you know. So I just, you know, there's probably a need for one, but it's a small niche, and I don't know. I just
most of these guys are redfish tournament anglers,
right,
that use the culling stringers. But Fish Hide Sportswear, they make the clips by themselves where you could buy, and Kevin Wills uses something like that. He says currently buying other brand of culling fish clips to use on his Stinky Pants 8-foot stringer.
Nice.
So that's a good idea too, because those clips will just slide right in through the wire and just stop at the float. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a good question. So let's stop. We're at 17 minutes. I think we're in a total of 30 minutes, right? If we combine,
I'm not a math teacher.
If we combine all of, I'm not a math teacher. Yeah. If we combine all the episodes we've done today, we're about 30 minutes. What brand? Samuel says it's Fish Hide Sportswear. Go to the website fishhidesportswear.com and go to the stringers. They got clips there. They sell them by themselves. You could attach them to your Stinky Pants stringer, or from Grind Tackle, Kevin says. But right now it's the Koozie Talk episode, and today we have Lorelei Brewery. We've already gone through so many episodes that we're about done.
We're about done.
And
you're faster than me.
Yeah. Lorelei Brewery Company, go check them out. LoreleiBrewery.com. They're on Instagram, they're on Facebook. Lorelei's the way to go if you're in town. They're from Flower Bluff. They have the brewery in Flower Bluff, Texas. That's near Corpus. If you're in Corpus, go cruise out there. Check them out. Talk to my man Quinn, and he'll set y'all up. I do need a refill, Brian. Definitely, man. It's been a pretty stressful show, but
it has, yeah.
My man here, Mr. Paul's been making it. I'm glad you're not. Are you upset?
No, I'm not upset. No, Bro, I'm a teacher. You know how many times like I said I've done this where I don't have my mic on. I don't have, you know, it's whatever.
Right, that's true.
Yeah, technology always craps on you when you count on it the most.
Right,
that's the way it is.
On this episode, I want to talk about how to hold the Stinky Pants. You brought your setup in, and you sell clips, right?
I do sell clips, yes.
While in use, while not in use.
Mm-hmm. The stringer. So this is my actual weight kit. So I'm rolling out of here in about an hour or whenever we get done with this. and I'm going fishing. But the way that I hold my stuff on here, so I have my stringer clip on here. So the way I have it on is I just have simple. It's just a stainless steel split ring. So you could use a carabiner or other things on there, but a split ring is cheap. It's easy. It works. And so I have that. I have my stringer attached here. So when I'm wading, that's how it's going to be. Right now I have just a simple little piece of Velcro holding it on there. I got it coiled up, and then I just have that on there. So when, you know, I'll go out and I'll keep it like this until I catch a fish. So I might fish for, you know, 5-6 hours before I catch a fish, and then I decide, hey, it's time to string them and fish. You know, maybe you're not keeping it today or whatever, but anyway, so you just pull that Velcro off, throw it in the water, but it stays right here, and that's how you connect it. That's how I connect it. What's that?
Stays ready to go.
Stays ready, yeah. So yeah, and that's to me, this is the easiest thing for whether, you know, I guess if you got a wade belt and you can stick it in the sleeve, that works. But this is one of the smaller stakes you're going to find, and so depending on which wade belt it is, it may slip out of there. So this works. It works great for kayaks because this is wire. You know, I mean, I've seen people where they try to tie it in knots and stuff like that, and that's not a good solution because it doesn't. It'll kink. Yeah, it'll kink, and it doesn't knot up. You know, so. You know, you can put these on anything that you want to attach your stringer to, and it's super easy. So you just squeeze that clip, comes off, squeeze it, it goes right back on.
Yep. Those clips can be there. We got them in stock here at Roy's Bait and Tackle.
Yeah.
You don't use a wade belt.
Me?
Yeah.
No. I used to.
This is all you take.
This is it. Yeah. So I'll jump on the boat. I'll throw this over the rod holder. I'm good to go. I get in the water. I'm ready. So it's. You know, I love the convenience of it. It's super fast getting in and out of the water. You know, I got everything that I need. The only thing that I would possibly say I'm missing would be an extra rod holder if I wanted to bring two. Yeah. But, you know, I've gotten away from that. You know, the more I fish, the less stuff I need.
Right.
It's a weird kind of, I don't know, evolution. I fished early in my career, my fishing career. I fished with Jay Watkins, and I was amazed when I went out there, and I was early. It's like I'm just kind of still learning artificial and stuff like that, you know. And I got everything with me, you know. And Jay jumps in the water, and he's got nothing with him. Really? And I'm like, well, this is the dude, like, you know, like I've heard, you know, you hear the stories, the legends of it, you know, like and he's like he's got nothing with him hardly, and I'm just like. It kind of makes you scratch your head and like, well, do I really need all of this stuff? Do I need to bring every topwater I own? Do I need to bring every plastic I own? And so, you know, the more you fish, the more you realize you don't need everything. You know, you spend more time going through different lures and stuff like that, and whatever, you're going to lose it. It's more weight on you and all that stuff. So, you know, I try to be more of a minimalist. Yeah, something's wrong with the internet. My words aren't coming out right. Minimalist. Yeah. So, but I feel like I got everything I need on that wade kit. So, you know, it may not be right for everyone, but there's certain people it's going to hit its mark. Yeah. So
I feel like if you got to go deep, you know, I don't know, waist deep. That belt's going to be in your way. You know, it's going to start rising up on you if you got a floating belt. You know, if you don't have a floating belt, everything's going to be underwater.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's, you know, some people, they want the back support. There's a certain niche that they love the wade belt, but I think some people, it's more of just like, well, you're supposed to wear one. You know, so if you're grabbing a wade belt because that's what you think you're supposed to do, you know, maybe you don't need that. But if there's a legitimate reason, like, hey, I need to have 3 rods at me at all times, then, you know, take your belt. But you know, if it's just because, hey, I need to carry a pair of pliers and I need something to hook my bow gun, then
it's almost easier just to retie. Just retie.
Yeah.
Right? Instead of having a whole bunch of, and then your reels are underwater. If you go too deep, you know, you're dipping your reels and stuff.
Don't worry, I've seen that move.
Unless you put your belt up high, you know, to strap your belt on your neck or something.
Yeah.
But that's some good stuff. You can pick up all these things here at Roy's Bait and Tackle. That was our Koozie Talk segment. Stinky Pants, presented by Lorelei Brewery in Corpus Christi, Texas, guys. All right, moving on. Set it. Let's go. Let's get back to the. And man, I got my fingers crossed. We're already 24 minutes in, and we're nonstop.
golden?
Yeah,
Golden,
we're
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
So let's keep our fingers crossed. It is Friday the 13th, guys. I hope y'all are having an excellent day, excellent week. It's Friday. If y'all are jumping in the water, tell us where you're going. If y'all start catching, tell us the coordinates.
Yep.
So thank y'all for tuning in. Stinky Pants is in the house. We're here at the beautiful Corpus Christi Royce Bait and Tackle Studio, Spooled Life Live. I'm your host, Ram Garcia, and I have Mr. Paul Stinky Pants
Stank.
with us.
Call me Stank.
Yeah, we'll just call you Stank
yeah.
for short, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
All my friends call me Stank.
So let's keep going. When it comes to Stinky Pants, you've been around, what did you say, 15 years?
Almost.
Right,
Almost 15
15 years.
Yes.
Do you consider that in between those 16, 15, 16 years where you set in the standard? I know you had said when you started there was nothing like yours. Did you set the standard, or was it almost like you were trend setting?
You know, I don't know. I guess it's. I have never looked at it in any way other than I'm gonna make something that I feel like needs to be made, and anyone that knows me knows that anything I do, I'm gonna put my best foot forward. You know what I mean? Like that's how I was raised. That's who I am. Is that
Right.
You're gonna get the best of me, and I'm not gonna put out a product that sucks. I'm not gonna put out a product I wouldn't use myself, and that's just kind of how I've always ran my business. I've always said like I'm not a business person as far as like, you know, the people that went to school and got their masters in business are probably, if they would sit there and pick my brain, they're like, dude's an idiot, he's missing, you know, I'm probably missing out on making money, but that's never been my goal is
Right.
money. It's like I'm gonna make this because it needs to be made. I'm gonna make it to the best of my ability, and I would like to think that, I don't want to say I'm a trend, but I would like to say I set the standard, because I feel like anyone that picks up my gear, they know that they're going to get quality. And to me, like if you're buying something that's inferior, you know, I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm setting the standard higher, but you know, it's my standard. Like I'm not going to produce anything that's not a badass piece of equipment. You know,
It's gonna work.
Yeah,
It's gonna work when you need it to.
exactly.
Yeah. The when you first started, there's a lot of stringers, imitation stringers.
You don't say.
You know that. I mean, I guess you could call them imitation stringers, right? They similar.
Yeah.
Similar is a nicer word. And there's nothing wrong with that. I guess there's maybe, right? Maybe on a business,
yeah,
if we're going towards the business
it's-
standpoint, there is.
Yeah, it's
You know,
it's America. I
how do
guess.
you compete with the competition that's? And I'm not saying okay, we're gonna reinvent. You know, Fish Hide has the culling stringer, Stinky Pants has the coated cable stringer. You know, we're not just, these other companies aren't just reinventing the stringer. It's just another coated stringer. How do you compete with those?
I don't compete with anyone other than myself.
Right.
I honestly try not to look at other companies' stuff on purpose. Now I wish I didn't have to, but I got, you know, all my great buddies who send me crap all the time. Hey, did you see this? Did you see this? But the reality is that I'm trying to beat myself. Like whatever it is I'm making, I'm always looking to improve on it, whether it's the quality, the efficiency I'm making it, options, things like that. I'm trying to beat myself, and that's the bottom line. So other companies come in and, you know, whether they're knocking me off or they have their own niche. I mean, that's their business. You know what I mean? I'm not going to look at what they're doing and think, hey, I could do that or whatever, because that's not going to be what makes me better. You know, I don't know. You know, there's companies that do their own thing, and I got respect from, and there's people that come in and, you know, from how it looks, from the stringer all the way down to the packaging, it looks like my, you know, and I know what they're doing, but you know, at the end of the day, they're not going to beat me being me, because I'm the only person that can be me. so they're never going to be me. So like I said, I'm just trying to
You're just doing your thing.
Yeah, I'm doing what they're chasing my tail, and I'm chasing something they can't see.
Right.
Like I'm making Stinky Pants something that no one else can see but me. I'm taking it to a different level, and by the time they get to where I was, I'm not going to be there. So you know what? Come out and copy me, and have your best at it. But you look at, like I said, the quality of it. Look at it. It's just because from a distance it looks like mine, it doesn't make it mine. If you get down to the brass tacks and you look at how that steak is connected, you look at how my boga float is connected. I'm not taking a hammer and smashing these crudely. Like looking good and functioning are both something that I look at it. I take quality, or I take what's the word I'm looking for? I take great pride in what I put out there. I don't want to put out something inferior. So I'm always going to put my best foot forward. I'm always going to keep trying to push what I can do to make Stinky Pants the best that it can be, and I'm not worried about what everyone else does. I honestly, that's my best thing. It chaps my ass a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, to see some of this stuff. Because at the end of the day, you're looking at the face of Stinky Pants right here. I'm a teacher. It's not like some big corporation that you're not gonna hurt him.
You're just a normal person.
Yeah, I'm a normal person. I put my blood, sweat, and tears into what I do. I spend my whole summer, building my inventory, doing stuff like that. I neglect my family to an extent because of, I'm working in the shop. It's, you're supporting me and my efforts by supporting my products. You know what I mean? And to come in and try to duplicate what I'm doing, you're doing something different. That's great. That's cool.
Yeah.
If you're trying to take my business away because it looks just like it, like, oh, it looks just like this, but it's cheaper, I'm going to buy that, But
you also have some of the best using your products, and that speaks for itself. If you had a bad product, they wouldn't be using it.
Yeah, well,
it's all over social media. You jump on Facebook or Instagram, you're going to see a Stinky Pants stringer.
I feel, that's true, and I feel it's a compliment that people want to copy you. You got to look at it that way.
Right.
Like, you're not going to copy something that sucks. And you're right. And the cool thing is I know you're going to ask about pro staff, and I don't do pro staff. So when you see people using my gear, they're using my gear because they said, I want that gear and I'm going to pay for it, not because, hey, will you take pictures with my gear. I'm not throwing free gear away around, trying to get people to take pictures with my stuff. It's they're buying my gear and they're using my gear because that's the gear they want, and that's a cool thing, I think. I feel
it needs to work. When you're using it, it needs to work.
Yeah, and I feel like some of the people
can't have the cleats come apart or
I feel like if the people that you see some of the people that use my gear, they make a living fishing, and so it's like they know what they're doing.
Somebody asks, I saw it somewhere, do they carry your product in Galveston, Houston area?
Yeah,
somehow Jason Paul said FTU in Houston.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty good like that. Like, that's my wife. I'm not that good like that. Yeah. So that's one of my announcements. So I have, I'm launching it today. I have a brand new website, and so Alexis at Blue Flamingo Creative from Corpus. So she's local. She just redid my site, and I said, hey, I got this big show coming up. Rams hardcore. Like, I got to make sure it's
perfect.
It's got to be perfect. So anyway, I hired her to redo my website. So my website is live now, the new one, and it's got this awesome feature where you can go into the search and see, put in your zip code, and it'll tell you the closest. Because I'm not very good. Someone will tell me, hey, I live in Tomball. What's the closest?
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I'm just launching the new website today. So I'm super excited about that. That was something I made myself, and it's one of those, like, I've always thought is okay, but then someone finally is like, yeah, it's fine, and it's like I said, everything. I want the best for everything, and so when finally someone, if someone tells me something's fine, you might as well just tell me it's crap.
Right.
So I'm like, you know what, I gotta revamp my website. So I decided to finally hire someone that knew what the heck they're doing to take that website to the next level. So I'm super excited about the new site.
It's going to be live.
It's live now.
You
Yeah,
can-
you can
You
get
can
on
buy
there
in
now.
everything ready to go.
You can do whatever you want.
Oh yeah, but if you're local, come to Roy's
Yeah,
Bait
if you're
anytime.
local, yeah. And I just brought down some new stuff, so I think technically right now Roy's
We're fully
carries.
stocked, right?
You're fully stocked, but you carry everything. Like this is the only shop that carries every item
Oh, wow.
I sell.
On the website. If it's
Well,
on the
yeah.
website, you can find it here.
With the exception of shirts, that's it.
Okay.
Every other, but like as far as the wading gear,
Uh-huh.
they got it all. So the only thing they weren't carrying is the leash,
Ah,
but I brought it down with
Leashes
me.
are here.
Leashes are here, and even hats are here.
y'all
now.
been
So,
waiting for them leashes, guys.
Yeah. So I got the leash here. This is like the slept-on product of Stinky Pants right here. So the
And you could use those for everything.
you could do you
Boga
could do a
grips,
lot of boga grips. You could use
pliers.
them for pliers, fish nets, fish
nets,
bags,
fish
kill
bags.
switch. But
Yeah, kill switch.
like Captain Wayne Davis, he loves using these because what he likes to do is he'll put the fish on there and you can drop it. So it's almost like it's on a stringer, but
Oh.
it's not. So he helps out the Heart Institute and tags fish. And so he'll catch the fish, he'll put it on the boga, drop it in the water.
Oh, really?
Walk back to the boat, tag it. Yeah. So instead of having it, I make the boga float, which works too. It's it's whatever you want.
Instead of putting a hole in the fish and
Yeah, but so he instead of carrying the fish, like he can just drop it and just walk back, and it's in the water. It's healthy. You don't have to worry about it. Sarge Upchurch is actually the guy who got me to make this first.
really?
He's like, he's like, look, I know you make the boga float, but if you know Sarge, he's a freaking bull in the china shop. Like he's gonna break it or lose it, whatever it
yeah?
is. So he's like, I need something to hold my bogas that I can't lose. So I'm like, all right. So I said, well, we make this, and it's 36 inches. I kind of tied it off and figured out, well, I can move it. It's far enough. So that's kind of where this came from. Is I made this for Sarge, and
that's the worst thing is losing your boga grips. Not
Yeah,
them being
it's-
attached and watching them sink.
Yeah.
Especially if you're on a kayak, because you will never find them. If you're wading, maybe
Yeah.
they might hit your foot. Okay, it's right here, right below me somewhere.
Right.
But if you're on a kayak and you're drifting or something and you don't stake down and you drop your bogas, them
Yep.
things are gone, man.
Yep.
0% failure rate for my 6-year-old Stinky Pants stringer. You see, man, that's something to
Yeah.
talk about.
That's good. Yeah, that's a great thing. It's a bad thing as far as sales, but you know what? I would rather hear that,
Right.
because I'm at the Houston Fishing Shore or whatever, and,
Yeah.
and people come in and it's like, I don't need to buy a stringer from you
Yeah.
because I already got one, which that's perfect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like the only reason you're gonna buy it is I got another color coming out or
Yeah,
something.
that's true.
But
Instead of them saying, man, I had to buy 300 stringers this year,
Yeah.
or
exactly. And speaking of colors, word on the street is that there's a new color coming out from Stank.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
what color? Or we can't
And-
talk about that.
No, we can talk about it. Like I saved it to
Oh,
debut
so it's
here.
exclusive.
Yeah, not only am I debuting my website here for you, I'm gonna give you the exclusive lead. Like very, very, very few people know this is coming out.
Oh yeah. So
Yeah.
y'all heard it here, guys. This is
This is groundbreaking stuff.
this
right
is
here.
raw.
Yeah, and nobody's got this that I think of, but glow in the dark stringer.
That's what we need.
Yeah, nobody's got one, right?
No, I've never seen it.
I've had somebody ask me about it before, and I'm just at the point now where I can do it because I can do it. But so it's coming. Like September, it's ordered. It's on its way. Like it's
That'd be
it's in
cool.
it's in the works.
That'd be cool, because if you're fishing at dark, and you look back, one of the things I do, I don't really even know why I do it, but past years before my stinky days, I've had floats that just come off, or my what did you call it? I call it the needle, but what did you call it?
Steak.
The stake
Yeah.
will pop off, and you could if it's on your belt, right, wading or something, if it pops off the
You
water,
feel it.
you feel it
Right.
instantly,
Mhm.
and you turn around. So I have a bad habit of turning around. Okay, my float's there, dude.
Yeah.
Not
Well,
turning around. Okay,
especially
my
if you got
float's-
that fish, you're like you're
Yeah,
gonna look
you know
at it
what I
every
mean?
5 seconds.
Like,
Like, oh, is he still there?
Yeah, I got 2 reds here.
Dang, that fish got bigger.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Or I'll come and I'll tug it.
Yeah.
and the float will come off. The float will come off, or the stake will pop off. But if you gotta, especially at nighttime.
Yeah.
You're at night. Okay, dude, I can't even see the damn float.
Yep.
I don't want to turn on my light, or you're using the moonlight or something. You turn around and you see that glow in the dark. Stinky Pants fishing
Yeah,
streamer.
I'm excited. It's gonna
You're
be
ready?
something different.
Yeah, dude,
Something
that'd be
new.
cool. We put that's the .com on there. If for the local people come cruise in, or Roy's Bait and Tackle. If you aren't local, and when I say not local, I'm talking about,
Hours.
yeah, California, Florida,
Yeah.
Maine. If you're not in those, just take the time to cruise into Corpus Christi and visit Roy's Bait
Yeah,
and Tackle.
it's worth the drive. It's like it's a destination.
Yeah,
like,
we got everything here.
yeah,
Man. We
literally
got Waterbury.
everything.
We got Selena statue.
Oh, I mean, just like in here, you got.
Yeah, we got
everything.
everything in here too.
Like
man.
I remember my first time walking in here, I couldn't believe how much stuff they had, and that was like before they added on. Like
Yeah, a lot
like,
of people haven't seen the additions here. We have
No, like
a fly shop here.
yeah,
we're
you
we're
can't-
actually in the fly shop upstairs. We're checking out the guys down there. They're staring at us. We're staring at them, and they're probably just making sure that internet connection.
They might be the ones that are pulling it. They're like, watch this.
They might be. You know what? Let's do a little. It's Friday the 13th. They'll blame it on Friday the 13th, not on us.
This will piss Ram off. Check this out.
Did a shark or dolphin eat it? I'm not sure, Rob. If a shark or dolphin ate it, it might have. That's another big deal. But going into that, here at Roy's Bait and Tackle, I'm not sure if y'all saw the latest post or a couple of posts ago. They got this thing. Ray Pellant used to have one. I'm not sure if they're still around, but we have something similar to that repels sharks, right? I'm not sure if it'll repel a dolphin. I don't think so, but it repels sharks. If it repels sharks, Ray Pell is a pretty good friend of mine. He educated me on that stuff. If it repels sharks, it repels stingrays. So waiters, cruise into the shop, check that stuff out. That's a big deal, man, is running into a stingray.
Yep.
And you have no idea that it's there. That's crazy. Oscar's in the house. Oscar, you missed out on all the fun, man. There's a couple of episodes we got. Part 3. We're on episode 3 right now with Mr. Paul is in the house. Stinky Pants Fishing. So let's keep on going. What is next for Stinky Pants?
Well,
The glow-in-the-dark stringer.
yeah, the
right?
glow-in-the-dark's coming out. The new website's out, and then I guess my biggest announcement, because like I came 3/5 it, is I'm gonna start doing custom work on floats.
Oh, yeah?
All right, yeah. So before y'all blow up my inbox, though, it's gonna be for 12 or more. So I'm not gonna do a single float, but we now have the ability to put logos. So I got some examples if you guys can see these, but they come out clean. They look good. And I've already started doing a few samples. I've done like see this one, Speckled Truth.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Chris Bush has got one of these. If you don't follow the Speckled Truth, you
Speckled
need to.
Truth.
Yeah, it's an awesome podcast. So yeah, anything that has a float, we're gonna be able to put logos on. There's a different one on this side too.
Oh, yeah.
But they come out pretty clean. It depends on what your logo is. But yeah, we're gonna start doing that. So 12 or more. So this is something probably more for businesses, tournaments, corporations, that kind of stuff. Like instead of buying golf balls with your logo on them, hey, let's buy keychains, or let's buy stringers and stuff
something
like
they
that.
can't lose.
Yeah. So
Right.
well, or something more fishing related.
But golf balls, they're probably going to lose.
Well, hell yeah, they're gonna lose
Hit
it.
them in the water.
Yeah.
Or,
So yeah, I'm super excited about this. It's on the new website. I have that page on there, so
That
there's
option, that's
information
cool.
there that it's on there. So yeah, I guess those are the biggest things coming from me right now. There's other things, I'm always thinking, and there's always but I'm never gonna put something out there that is not tested. You know what I mean? Like we're gonna check it out and make sure it's legit before we ever put it out for the general consumption.
These are these just test floats, or these are the floats you go on? Because this float compared to that float is different, right?
Well, yeah, these are two different sizes. So this is like your 12-foot or
Okay.
the 15-pound boga. This is the 8-foot or the keychain size.
Okay, but the material is the same.
Yeah, the
Okay,
material's
cool.
the same. Yeah,
All right.
they look. When I get them, I don't make the float myself, obviously, but when you get them, man, they're like they're like muffins. You get different batches. Like the color is going to be a little bit different. The size is a little different.
Right.
Unfortunately, it's not consistent. But that's kind of out of my control.
Right. Sean Gabriel, thank you for cruising into the shop, man, and bringing your army buddies over here. Adam Martinez, where do I get me a spooled hat? I need to get on the ball, man. Once I figure out this internet stuff, I'm gonna get me some caps, and y'all are gonna be the first ones. They're gonna be exclusive to the group.
That's a good intro to this. I think it's time for a giveaway.
You think so? Okay, let's do it.
I don't want to force your hand, but
no, let's do it.
But speaking of,
man, look at this, guys.
Speaking of that,
someone is gonna be super lucky to get that.
So we got the.
Okay, so this is a package deal, right?
Yep. You get
all right, let's do something.
We got a 12-foot Spooled Life live. This is a
exclusive,
one-off. Yeah, one-off stringer. You got the 15-pound boga Spooled Life.
A stringer, a boga stringer.
Yep. A decal.
A decal.
A clip.
A clip.
PVC patch.
And some
more decals.
Some more decals.
And you can even have the HEB bag. I mean, whatever.
Yeah, we'll give that away. Yeah, we're not gonna. Something to think about. Something to. Shout out to Jason, Reggie Chapa, nice. Celinda Castro's nice. Where's Chris? Celinda, I haven't seen Chris on. I lost him at the first episode we had. I think we were having problems with the mics. We had problems with the internet. It's not going to happen again. But because of that, we're going to give away something. We're going to give away this package. This is a package deal from Stinky Pants, exclusive Spooled Life Stinky Pants stringer and boga float. For the first person, guys, that tells us what year Stinky Pants started. First person that tells us the year that Stinky Pants started is gonna get this prize package right here. Exclusive Stinky Pants.
Man, we should have comments by now. That's like they haven't been paying attention.
You know, it might have been
episode
on
one
episode
or two.
1. Yeah. So
man,
2006, 2014, close, guys.
Close.
We're Sean Gabriel.
Bam.
Sean Gabriel got it. You were the winner, Mr. Gabriel, for this exclusive. Let's show him that stringer again. Exclusive Spooled Life Stinky Pants stringer.
What do you think? It's pretty clean, right?
That is, dude. I like that. Mr. Sean Gabriel, get in contact with us. We'll ship it out to you. And man, that was a hell of a deal, dude. That's some good stuff. We might even have another one, guys. So stay tuned. There could be a second. I'm telling y'all, guys, the giveaways we do just isn't just for nothing. This is exclusive Spooled Life content right here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That no one else is seeing. You know, there might be some new stuff in the works for Spooled Life as well, right?
There should be. Yeah. Why not? Dream the dream.
Like a page or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know,
crazy.
I wish we had our computer person here, because I wonder if that affects the internet. Whether you're on a group page or a.
That's way above my pay grade, bro. I don't know. That's why I hired Blue Flamingo Creative.
Right. That's what I need to do.
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna get in contact. Yeah. Next for Stinky Pants. This is a good one, especially you being a teacher and all, right? For the people that are listening, what's some advice you would give them for upcoming entrepreneurs? Not necessarily want to jump in the stringer business, right?
Yeah.
But if they're just wanting to get in the industry, you know, it's a huge industry, man. It's a never-ending industry.
Yeah. I mean, I thought Nacho Daddy, he had some great advice saying don't quit, and that's, I'd piggyback on that. But to elaborate, I would say, when you start a business, I feel like you have the ideas, like it sounds exciting, it sounds fun, it sounds sexy. I want to do a business, and I'm going to make a shirt, and I'm going to do decals, and I'm going to do this. But eventually, like everything else, when that starts to run out, it turns into hard work.
Right.
And you got to be ready for that. And I feel like that's probably where most people stumble is when it stops becoming fun, when it stops becoming easy, when it turns into, you know, like me, like I've got another job, so I come home from work and Roy's makes an order. Well, I don't get to go sit down. I got to go out in the garage, and now I'm out there putting an order together for another
Right.
two hours or whatever, and it, you know, there's times where it's not awesome. You know, it's like anything, like a diet or a gym or whatever. You start out at first and it's easy and it feels good, but then, man, when it turns to work, it becomes work. And,
Yeah, those are the
and
worst ones, is
it's-
the diet ones.
Yeah, but you know, it's that way with anything. You know, I teach kids, and I'm always pushing work ethic. It doesn't matter if you're talking business or your diet or what it is. You know, it's you just have to. When it's not fun, you got to do it. When it's
Just keep
not
at it.
convenient, you got to do it. Yeah, it's gonna be work. It's not always gonna be the easy. It's not always gonna be fun. It's gonna turn into something that you know, you got to make a decision. Like, is that really what you're gonna want to do?
Right, and it's gonna be worth it. Just standing up here at the Roy's Bait and Tackle, we were trying to figure out the internet issue we were having, but we've seen a couple people pass by with stringers, Stinky Pants stringers in their hands, and we're like, dude, that dude had a Stinky Pants stringer. I had no idea who Jason Paul is. He's gonna go home and check the video out. He probably has
Clearly,
no
yeah.
idea that we're even here, right?
No,
But
he missed
he's
it.
like, dude, I just passed them guys, you
Yeah.
know? And he's gonna be like, man, that's that guy.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's one of the greatest perks of owning the business. And the thing is it doesn't come overnight. Like, I've been doing this for 14 years, but the people that I get to, like this show, like I get to come up here with Ram. Like, Ram doesn't care about Jason Paul, but Ram cares about the owner of Stinky Pants Fishing, you know?
Right.
And it's the same thing, like the people that I get invited to go fishing with, or,
Yeah.
you know, the things like that. It blows me away, but it's that opportunity I get because of the business that it's awesome. You know, the people that I've met, the people I get to talk to and stuff like that because of the business is truly one of the, you know, the best perks, I think, of owning
Right.
the business. Is just, you know, I was talking to Chris Bush about this, and he was telling me stories about, you know, Jay Watkins again, and, you know, like all the legends and stuff like that. And I'm like, dude, just, you know, like you talk about, I said, you know, like when you can put somebody's name in your phone and you're just like,
Yeah.
damn, I just did that, and
Right.
it's legit. Like, this guy might actually call me.
You know,
like,
I've never fished with Mr. Watkins. I've competed against his team in some of the trout tournaments we fish. But y'all's level in the industry, y'all are fishing with him. I get excited when he responds to my
well, yeah.
messages.
Well, I
You
don't,
know
I don't have, I don't have his name in my phone.
You
but
know
he
what I
does.
mean?
But I'm just saying, there's people, you know, that I've, you know, when you put it in your phone, you know, I'm just throwing his name out there. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
for
there's
sure,
people
man.
when you're like, dang, I'm saving his contact.
Yeah.
And
I'm
it's
gonna screenshot it.
yeah, like this is a big deal. Like, it's, you know, I'm still kind of like that little kid where I get excited. Man, I got to put this guy's number in there. Like, he might actually text me sometime. I don't know.
Right? Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. You never know,
Yeah,
man.
you never know.
Rob Bozen says, who unplugged them? Man, I hope we're not having some problems again, guys.
Again.
I hope not. But if we are, we'll jump back on, because today's Friday the 13th. I'm seeing us talk over there.
Yeah,
So I
maybe they
think we're
can't hear
good.
us.
Yeah, he might have just jumped back on and started reading from the top. I hear you. Celinda Castro hears us, so
All right.
you sound fine. Drew Turner,
Fine,
call me
there
later,
we go.
man. We had some huge issues earlier in the Spooled Life live.
Yeah.
Spooled Life live. And we figured them out. We're on episode 3 of Stinky Pants,
Yep.
and we're gonna keep going. We got a couple more, one more question.
Let it rip.
Or should we give something away again before our
Yes.
last question? You know what? Let's give away mine.
All right, let's give away your.
The people that joined in to the Spooled Life live giveaway, brought to you by Roy's Bait and Tackle, are in this box right here. Thank y'all for joining in. That's an awesome giveaway. Another awesome giveaway. All y'all's names are right here, guys. That was quite a few people that entered this one. Oh, and another thing, we have a Instagram page now, Spooled Life Live. I'm the Spooled Life. The Instagram page is Spooled Life Live. There's some what do you call it? confusion there.
Yeah.
You know, Spooled Life Live, Instagram, go like it. There's a giveaway on there as well. But this one is for the Facebook giveaway. One winner's gonna win. One member, right? And Mr. Paul's gonna pick them out.
Oh man, it's a lot of pressure.
Here we go.
Joey Ailman.
Joey Aleman
Oh,
is the winner. All the way from Robstown, Texas.
I feel like you know him.
Yeah, I do know.
Was that an inside job?
No, I went to high school with Joey.
Oh, okay.
Joey Aleman. I think I did.
Yeah,
I think I did. It's been 20-something years since I went to high school.
God,
But
you're old.
Joey Aleman, you're the winner, man. Congratulations. Hit me up. Slide into my DMs. We'll send this package to you. And thank y'all for entering, man. There was a lot of good stuff in that package. I don't have it with me. Scroll down like 4 and y'all will see it. Joey Aleman. Last question. Best on the market for sure, Stinky Pants. It's not a real podcast unless you have audio issues every 3 to 4 episodes.
You did it.
That's right.
Yeah,
So we're on track.
You just legitimated.
Yeah, we're on track.
Legitimated. Damn it, it's audio.
Right.
It's making me stutter.
It's skipping again.
Yeah, skipping. Yeah.
All right, so let's go. Let's go to this question right here. You don't have a pro team, right?
I don't.
But let's ask it anyways.
Go for it.
Because you are in the industry where you hang around with a lot of the guys that do have pro teams.
I've had one.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've had it in the past, and so I don't have a pro team right now because basically just the time thing. You know, like I said, it's mostly me that runs a company. So if you email, you're talking to me. If you
Right.
call, you're talking to me. If you post something on social media, you're talking to me. You order something, you're talking to me.
If you got problems,
you're talking to me.
which you rarely get.
Yeah,
those.
you got
Right.
a dirty shop. I'm vacuuming. It's like I'm the one hitter. But
Uh-huh.
yeah, so I just don't have time to run it like it needs to. I mean, but so you know, to answer your question about for someone coming up who wants to be on a pro team, you know, from what I see of posts, you know, and I get asked a lot, and I see a lot, and so act the way that you would act if you were on that pro team would be the best advice I could give someone. Meaning, use that person's gear, tag that person, you know, make your post relevant, you know, think your shots through. You know, it doesn't always have to be the same thing. You know, like hashtagging somebody and throwing a dead fish on a driveway is not an artistic type of thing. You know what I mean? So, but to me, the biggest turnoff when I get asked, you know, hey, can I be on your pro team and stuff like that, is when they're not even using my gear.
Right.
When they're like, hey, if you put me on your pro team, I'll use your gear. Well, you lost me like way before. Like I don't even want to reply. So you want people on your team that believe in your gear, you know, and I've been down that whole, you know, I want to be on pro teams and stuff like that. And the problem is when you are sacrificing to be on a pro team over what you really want to use, that's an issue. And you're never going to be happy with getting on that team if you don't really believe in that product, and you're never going to give them what they want from that. So you're going to have an unhappy, you know what I mean, relationship.
Yeah.
So if you believe in, you know, whatever it is you're using, whether it's my product or a lure or whatever, and you're using that, tag them, you know what I mean? And the thing is I know, like, I share a lot of the same pictures of people because I know they use my gear. I know who they are long before I've ever been approached a lot of times and stuff like that. And if I don't know you, then that's kind of an issue. Like, you're just coming out of nowhere,
Yeah.
and you know, and half the pictures you're showing me is my competitor stringer you're holding. I'm not interested in
Right.
that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to put you on my pro staff so you get free gear.
Right.
You know, and that's what I feel like a lot of people's ambition is if your goal is you want to just say that you're on a team or you want free stuff, you're people are going to see through you. You know what I mean? Like, and that's really where I say I don't have time. Is I don't have the time to invest in research and look into, you know, the caliber of person
Right.
you are and that kind of stuff, because that's important, I think. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
for
Like,
sure.
if you're a shady dude, you know,
You don't want somebody that's just going to disappear.
no,
in
you
a
don't
week
want.
or
Yeah,
two, you know?
you know, and I've done that. I've given people gear, and then a month later they're on a different pro team, and man, it's like, what? You
Right.
know? So, But yeah, I would just say, you know what, act the part that you want, and that part will come to you. You know what I mean? Like if this is what you want to be, start promoting them, you know, and do it in the right way, and you know, that would be the best advice I can give.
There's a saying that's around that says, dress for the job you want.
Exactly.
Not for the job.
Yeah,
you
don't wait like if I get the job, then now I'll do it.
So every now and then I'll dress up like a police officer.
Yeah, that
And
makes
I'll
sense.
just cruise around the mall or something. You know what I mean? I'm just playing. I don't do that. I believe in Spooled Life. Spooled Life Live. Drew Turner. What grade do you teach? Celinda Castro's not fishing related, but what grade do you teach?
I do 10th, 11th, and 12th.
10th, 11th, and
Yep.
12th.
Sophomore, juniors, and seniors.
Cruise into the episode 1.
Yep.
We explained the what is it? The magnet.
Magnet school. Yep.
Magnet school.
Yep. Talk all about my education.
Yeah, it's kind of like a trade school. But
It is. Yeah.
it's a dual credit.
It's a dual credit.
Right?
Yep.
See, I'm listening, man.
Yeah, you should win something.
Right? Golly, no one wants to give me nothing. God dang. Oof, kinder here. My little girl actually just started kinder, and she didn't cry. You know.
Yeah, I mean, like I did my student teaching in elementary, and then I taught middle school, and now I'm teaching high school.
I couldn't believe that.
There's a different, like you got to be the right person to do some of that stuff. Like, I'm not an elementary dude at all.
I can barely do it when she's at the house, but I didn't cry when I dropped her off, and she didn't cry either. Right? I kind of wanted to cry at pre-K 3, but I didn't. You know, I held my composure. But she didn't cry at kinder. Man, I remember crying like at 8th grade. When my mom dropped me off, you know, and she walked me to the class. You know what I mean?
Beat up a lot.
Yeah, man, you know what I mean. So let's give away one more.
All right, let's see.
One more.
Turns out I brought one more.
All right,
Let's see what we got in the Hobby
Let's
Lobby.
see what it is,
Not affiliated.
guys.
All right, so we got a wade kit.
All right, we got a wade kit.
Waterproof box. We got the forceps. We got the wade strap. I just didn't put it all together.
It's
I mean,
okay.
you can snap it together.
Man, guys, I hope y'all are watching this.
Another decal.
Another decal.
A couple of stickers.
Just a couple stickers for the
And
hard
then-
hats.
Yep, and then the Velcro patch.
Velcro patch. Okay, so wade kit. We got a wade kit.
Yeah, so now you got to come up with a whole question to.
Yeah, oh, I got
back
one.
on you. Oh, good.
I got one right here. We got the wade kit, forceps, everything that's on the wade kit. We got it right here. A couple of decals, Velcro patch for y'all's rain jackets. The first person. Can't be you, Matt. Can't be you, Matt, or it can't be you, Mr. Paul. So I know Matt's tuning in down there. Yeah. The first person to tell me the headquarters, Stinky Pants headquarters, where are they out of?
Man, that's way back in part 1.
That's gonna be part 1.
That's tough.
It's a tough question, but it's a big deal when you're all the way on episode 3 and you're still sticking around. That's huge for me, guys.
That's a big supporter right
I'm
there.
super appreciative for that. And the first person,
swing and a miss.
Almost, Rob, almost.
You got the right state.
The first person, Sean Gabriel again.
Nah, come on.
Man, Sean, can we do that or not?
Do I know this dude?
Can we do that?
I don't know. I feel like that's kind of like we gotta. I think you gotta spread the love around.
Yeah, Sean, I'm sorry, man. I'm gonna spread the love around. Elvira Garcia. Should we do it to Elvira Garcia? She's part of the Spooled Life staff.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
I don't know her, but I mean,
she's got to be on here.
She's got to. So she had to listen.
Yeah.
Man, I mean, you're cutting hairs there, but.
No, I gotta send it to my man Sean Gabriel.
Is that right?
It's only right. What do you think? What do you want to do?
It's your show, man. I'm just happy to give it away. So.
Yeah, we got to give it to Sean Gabriel. He's the one that's been here since episode 1.
He's been listening. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's super important to me.
Dang.
That means a lot to me, Mr. Gabriel. Man, Mr. Gabriel, that's a big deal, dude. Congratulations. Yeah, but it pays off to be on the show, man. To stay tuned. That's episode 1, episode 2. You know, on episode 2, I would have been like, man, you know what, dude? What's wrong with this guy, man? What does he have? What kind of dial up or what? Gee.
Yeah. And he spelt it right even too.
Yeah, so let's that means a lot. 2007, Bernie, Texas, Sean Gabriel. Congratulations, man. You're the winner of both packages.
Yeah.
So let's Man, I feel like it's quiet in here, like I'm yelling or something. I think
You
they
feel
turned
like,
the
you feel
AC.
like Roy's is closed?
Yeah,
Is that what it feels
they're
like?
almost. They close at 6, so let's.
You got 2 minutes.
Yeah, we started a little late, and then we had some technical difficulties, but it's okay. But that means that we are real. Like, this is not recorded.
Obviously.
I'm gonna share the love. Mr. Gabriel's gonna share the love. So, where can we find Stinky Pants gear? Roy's
Man.
Bait and Tackle.
Oh yeah,
Right.
fresh. Yep, just dropped a fresh load off.
Yeah,
New lids,
Yep.
the leash.
We dropped it all off.
Yep,
Come check out
everything-
the pegs.
everything
The
you
pegs
want.
are full.
Yep.
Here at Roy's
8 footers,
Bait.
12 footers, hookers,
Everything.
Boga floats, 15-pound, 30-pound, plier floats, keychain floats, stringer clips,
The
leashes.
new leashes
the
are
new
here.
Leashes, yep.
We got some caps here.
Got caps, 24, 4 different styles.
4 different varieties. Stringers, the clips, weighting clips are in the house. The weighting kits are in the house. Probably the best weighting
Yeah.
box you could find. Comes with forceps.
Comes with
You don't
it.
need to buy anything
Yep.
else. Everything in one shop. If you are not local, and I've already said it once, if you're California, Maine, Michigan,
Oh, my dog's in Maine.
where else? Canada.
Where else? Yeah, Canada.
Yeah.
I don't ship Canada.
If
but
you
just come
absolutely
sneak
have
across
to,
and then-
yeah, sneak across, pick it
Yeah,
up on
get
the
in
border.
Michigan or
Yeah,
whatever.
stinkypants.com, right?
StinkyPantsFishing.com.
Stinkypantsfishing.com, brand new website. Go check it out. Just because you haven't seen the brand new one,
Yeah.
we got videos on there,
Videos, new pictures. It's, yeah.
pictures,
It looks like I didn't make it.
right?
Yeah.
But you did.
No, I didn't make it.
okay.
That's why it doesn't look like that. I've made my own website
It's
for
a little bit
14
more
years.
professional
Yeah.
now, right?
It looks professional now. So
So
it's
that's
legit
good.
now.
Shout out to the Stinky team. There is no Stinky team, but shout out
Yeah,
to everybody that,
Yes,
that pushes the product.
Yeah, but hashtag Stinky Pants Fishing on Instagram, and I share. I do a lot of sharing, so I spread the love around. So
Right?
you want
I
tag-
noticed that,
tag
man.
it.
There's a lot of people that use your string. As soon as you walk into Roy's, guys, if you open the door and keep on walking, right, you will slam right into Stinky Pants gear.
Yep.
You know, you might knock down a couple of people that are in line, you know, but you will slam right into the
yeah,
Stinky.
you can't miss it. It's
They
right
are
there.
here, guys. Take you a weird place on the internet. Stinky Pants Fishing is much better. Yeah. That's,
I tried buying that a long time ago. I don't know. Yeah, it just says like hello or something, which is better now than it used to be pictures of.
oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's all we need. That's
Yeah.
hello
Yeah.
is all good.
There's a lot of weird places. Just
I hope that this show has been informative to you guys. I hope now y'all know exactly who Jason Paul is, the man behind all the stank. You know, he doesn't stink. You know, I've been here for.
I showered for this show. So
Oh, you
just-
did?
I
Yeah,
did.
that's
I did
what.
this.
I've been here 3 episodes already
Yeah.
with this dude, and there is no stank at all. I hope I answered all the questions. If I didn't, we will go back. If it was a question for me, I'll go back and check it out. My man, Mr. Paul, will go back and answer all the questions you have, and we'll go from there. The phone's moving. We're all moving, so we're ready. We're ready to. It's time, guys, it's time to throw in the towel. And like Spooled Life, in just Spooled Life fashion,
We're throwing it in.
we're throwing in. This is yours, Mr. Paul.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this
Nice.
is yours, man.
Thanks.
Spooled Life.
Am I throwing it?
No, you don't need to
Oh,
throw it
I
in. You
can,
might.
I can
Yeah.
actually keep it.
Yeah. Keep it.
Oh,
Get it
alright.
dirty.
Get it dirty. All
Get
right.
it as dirty as you can.
Yeah,
This
I
might
can
be like a
catch a fish.
stinky towel. You know.
I like
Get
it.
it stinky.
Yeah.
Tune in next time. We got another show next week. We're doing them back to back.
Who's next?
Well, we'll have
Is
to
that a
wait.
surprise?
Yeah, we'll have to wait for
Oh.
the flyer. It's gonna be a good one.
Dang it.
Everybody down there is putting their glasses on. Everybody's ready to go down there. Got a big show coming up. Maybe it might not be as big as this one. This is probably equal to this.
You know,
to
you
this show.
can spare my feelings.
Yeah,
It's okay.
I might have to just disconnect the internet just to make it as equal as possible.
Yeah.
But got a big show coming up next Sunday. Stay tuned. The flyer will be out either tonight or maybe Sunday. Sunday I got the Instagram giveaway. Not on my Instagram, on Spooled Life Live Instagram. Go check it out. It's a little giveaway to boost that page up. Cruise in there, join in. Giveaway sponsored by Roy's Bait and Tackle. Thank y'all for everything, for tuning in. You got anything else?
Nope.
No? We'll see
Hope you
y'all.
enjoyed it. It was fun.
See y'all next week, guys. Thank you.